In this demonstration, we'd like to show you how Alien Brick and Web Retailer manages stock. We'll start with a scenario where we are going to stock an item that we've never stocked in the store before. We need to start off in our products module. And I just need to put in my password because this setup was configured that we need to give a password. At first glance, the product screen may seem a little daunting, but there's only 4 major areas. The first one is the products area. Here we define things like the product supplier, details about the product, its name and a description. We can also add images and there's some utility functions. The second area is where we define and cut and paste images if we want to add them to our product. We print labels and we can also look at web preview of the images if we have a web store. The second area is a search function if we want to search for a specific product to look up or to change or to append or edit. And the last area is our stock screen. Here we will define the stock codes or SKU numbers as some people refer to them about that product, and that gives us the variations of size and color and so on about the product. To start off, we're going to create a new product. Now I have a few ways of creating a new product. The first is to find a product that is very similar and make a copy of that product and just change the details that it needs to be changed. Now let's go and look for a product. Here we have some jeans and we are just about to order a new pair of jeans that the store has never had before. So I'm going to copy this product. I could of course also just create a new product, but then I have to enter all the details again, and because I'm ordering a jean, it will be pretty similar. So I'll make a copy of that, and this new product we will call new jeans, and you will see all the previous attributes has been copied for me. I'm going to change the supplier. I'll just choose any supplier. I need to enter the supplier's product code for this item, and let's say it's a demo code. The unit of the product is each. Consignment, yes or no. We'll say no. We're not going to hire this product out. This option will not appear if you do not do rentals. We need to put it in the cost price, and let's say the jeans cost me 250 rand. Cost and exclusive, inclusive, and the exclusive for the price for the jeans, let's say, is 500. And the composition of the jean is denim. The product type is jeans. Incidentally, you can add, most of these categories can be added to. The season for wearing this item is all here. Classification is casual wear. We're still happy with those. It's, let's say, men's. Or let's say this is a unisex jean. We need to choose our chain store. In this case, we only have one chain, but you might have multiple chains of stores that you might be creating this product for. And let's say this is a Weird Willy brand. Now, the sizes, in this case, we need to choose the range of sizes. Now, bottoms maybe in this case gives us a size around 28, 26, 28, 30 and so on. We could have used waist as well, which goes is a bit different, and these ranges can be added as you have different products. It might be anything from fuels and liquids to whatever you require, but we're going to leave it at bottoms. And I think that's enough for our product, so we're going to save our product. It's asking me my name because the system records the operator each time, and we'll just choose Denise's name. We'll save our product, and there we have a product, and it got a code of 1431. We now need to add some stock codes for each size. I'm going to create a new stock code here, and incidentally at this point, if my product already has a barcode on it, I can scan that code in and the system will use the existing barcode on the product. Now let's just choose, let's say these are black jeans and they start off in size 30, and we'll do black again, 32, and we'll do black again, 34, and another one, 36, and there I've created my product. I can now go and print my labels. If the product has arrived already, I can simply just take all of those, and let's say I've ordered 5 of each. The system now adds all these to my labels list, and you will note that the way this configuration was set up, that I have 24 labels on a sheet, and the system's warning me that I have 4 labels left on that sheet. I can also, if I've used half the labels on the sheet, I can tell the system to start at a certain label. And we'll say in this case you must start at label 4, because I've used the first 4 labels on the sheet, and now I've used 1 page and there's no labels left. I can now simply just print the labels. Now that we've created our product, we need to create an order. To do this, we will go to Stock, Orders, and you will see the system will load the last product in line, and it's very similar to the product screen where we just navigate through our products left to right. And we now want to create an order for these jeans, which we are going to hand to our supplier. And we'll start off by creating a new order, and you will see the system has issued me with a new order, and we're going to order 5 of each of these items, and there's my order created. I can now add some notes. We'll deliver tomorrow morning. I select my name and I say, oops, my delivery date. Let's change the delivery date to tomorrow, and we save, and our order is done. Incidentally, if I'm unsure of what I'm ordering, images will come up here if I have loaded them. Right, so we've created our order, and we'll imagine that it is tomorrow, and we're now going to receive the stock because it's just arrived, and we'll go into stock receive. Now when I receive stock, I can receive from another store, or I can receive directly from a supplier. We now need to enter our order number, and if you recall, it was order number 11, and there it loads the new jeans in size 30. We ordered 5, 32 we ordered 5, and so on and so on. We now need to give the supplier's invoice, and let's say the supplier's invoice was invoice code demo. I'll just put anything in there, 12, and we will now scan in our 5 items. Incidentally, here we might want to then put our labels on each of the jeans and scan each jean in individually. I'm just going to type them in. Of the first code we received 5, and you'll see the system then says 5 was delivered. If we received the consignment in a number of packages, the previous deliveries on this order would be here. So we could have received 1 of these jeans, 2 of those, and so forth on a previous order, and we're now receiving the rest of them. And it will also display the other invoice numbers. Incidentally, you can also use delivery note numbers here. Alright, so, and we're going to receive the next one. I can simply click on it, it will load it here, and let's say we received 5 of those. We received 5 of those, and we also received 5 of those. My order is all received. Select my name, and at this point, if I was a warehouse, I could directly dispatch this to another store and it would automatically create me an IBT. But let's say we're a shop and we're going to receive. the system now warns me that this is being received from a supplier and it's going to raise my company's on-hand levels. Am I sure? And I'll say yes. And the configuration of this installation requires me to give a password again, and I've now received my stock. At a later stage, I might get a call from another store and says, can I have one of those jeans that you ordered in a size 32? So I'm going to transfer one of those jeans to one of my stores, and I'll put in the stock code here and we'll enter the stock code here. We're going to transfer one of those to our Brickfield Park store. Incidentally, I could also have found the item here, and they are my new jeans, and I can just simply click and the system will load them there. Select our name, and we have a choice to print a docket or not, and because we're going to send it to another store, it's probably a good idea to print the docket and send it with the consignment. And I am done. My slip is printed, and I can now send this jean to my other store. I can also reprint previous IBTs here. I can also just put in a number and reprint that IBT. To do a stock take in Alien, we will go to stock take. We'll load our stock take screen, and we are faced with two tabs. The one is the stock take itself, and the other one I can go and view previous stock takes, what was counted, the variances, the value of the stock, and so forth. And this was for stock take 31, and you will note that it gives me the option to include or exclude counted stock. The system generates variances where stock counts are out of kilter with the expected on hand. You'll see here the store was allocated these amounts of stock. In the previous stock take, there was one missing here, there was one over, one missing, one over, and so forth. The sold column tells us how many we've sold of these items. The expected on hand is the sum of the allocated, the previous variance, and the sold amount. It also gives me a chance at this point to clear my variances, which means that the system is going to generate artificial GRVs and IBTs to fix all the variances. But you'll of course only do this once you are happy with your losses and gains. To start a stock take, we press the start button. I can at this point decide that I am only going to do a stock take that has the word jean in it, or I can use a product number, or I can use a supplier code if I just want to do a specific style or supplier code, and it can be a portion of a code as well. We'll do jeans, select my name and start. And the system has loaded me all the expected quantities, and you'll see that it also auto saves as I'm doing my stock take. It will automatically save the stock for me. It gives me the estimated cost and estimated exclusive sale value of my items, and there should be 152 items in the store, and I can now happily just scan the items in. When I'm done, I can update my stock. I can also save the stock take, go back to some other work and reload that stock take and continue from where I've left off. If there was any sales in between the two saves, the system will color those lines for me in red, and I only simply have to recount those lines and then save again, and I'm up to date again. So you can actually have sales and receives and transfers in between a stock take. So you could spread your stock take over a number of days. This concludes our demonstration of managing stock in Alien. Please continue to sales next, which will explain how we now sell these items that we have just bought.